subscribe. Darling Radio. Like and subscribe.
Let me get some more calls in here because we do have a lot of folks. Let's get let me see, Jason Nicholson. Let's get Jason Nicholson in the building. Jason Nicholson, hop on in.
Peace, fam.
How you doing, brother?
Always doing good, bro. Always good to be in the audio presence of the God, man.
Man,
Yeah, I've got a interesting question based on other FBAs I've talked and discussed this with.
yeah.
So it's like I know the kind of the call is like, yo, we're just not in it right now.
Uh-huh.
We're not, when it comes down to the immigration and the ICE raids and all that stuff, you're like, hold your own nuts, we ain't in it, right?
Right.
But then there's another, position, because when you have these Latinos coming in here, pretty much talking eradication for the most part, eradication of FBAs, Black Americans, FBAs, these kind of threats, when it's comfortable. I remember that game, they like that kind of initiation thing they did, like I think in 2016, where it was like, yo, if you can kill a Black woman, in the street, catch a Black woman lagging, you're in on this like kind of Latino gang. I remember that was a big thing, I think in like 2016, 20. So like essentially what I'm getting at is like, these are acts of war. You know what I mean? So when it comes down to that, the question is like, when it comes to these ICE raids, like, should it be a situation where we need to like, and I'm not like for like working with the feds. I'm not on that type of time, like anything like that. But should it be a conversation of like, yo, what should we be doing to help these ICE raids? You're like, what, like, yo, do y'all need some assistance, Kinfo? Like it's me and the, it's a discussion that's being had. Like, yo, what can we do to like get like to be more hands-on with making sure y'all get up out this piece? Because when y'all are talking that kind of viscous language, bro, like Black fatigue, what are you talking about?
Mm.
What like who is you? Like, you can't go to other nations and not expect like to be stoned to death, not to get stuff cut off. You know what I mean? So like, I guess that's the question. Like, how do you feel? Like, should we, versus us not even being in it? What's the deal with like assisting y'all to like get these people out? You know what I'm saying? Like, and not to say we riding with any white supremacists, but look, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. You know what I mean? Like, what y'all need? So that's kind of the
break it down. Let me break that down. There's a warfare saying in war. I think Napoleon might have said it. The saying is, never interrupt your enemy when he's making a mistake. Meaning, if your enemy or somebody who's perceived as an enemy is losing in war, don't interrupt. You ain't got to do nothing. They're already losing. Just sit your ass back, save your energy, and chill. They're already losing right now. See, in warfare, when people see they made mistakes, their mistake was thinking that they were going to be in with the Anglos by denigrating us. Now that that pendulum has swung, they're trying to play nice and um, play this. Oh, let's all get together with a fake black brown coalition so we can leech off your ass and have you take the brunt of these rubber bullets for us. Hell no, hell no, 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 no. Sometimes these mistakes are strategic gifts. When the enemy makes an error, that mistake can weaken them more effectively than any attack. You understand? Sometimes interrupting it, that might stop the damage they're doing to themselves. No, no, sit back. No, no, you don't have to do nothing. Just chill. You good. Sometimes self-destruction is more effective than external pressure. When your opponent is unraveling due to their own internal missteps and their poor decisions, see, they're more vulnerable right now. than a direct attack. So if people start directly attacking them, then that can garner sympathy. No, no, no. Sit back. We're fine. We're doing perfectly fine. We better understand the art of warfare. You let them fall and you just preserve your own resources. Yeah. And also, you let them fall because, see, that prevents us from being blamed. See, if we intervene, see, we become the new focus of blame. No, no, we stay out of it. No, no. Their shit is self inflicted. See, then we avoid being seen as the aggressor. We still have the moral high ground. We still have the moral high ground. We're saying we don't have to jump in. They're not going to shame us. We're not obligated to hop into a fight. Not only do we have nothing to do with. Number two, it's an immoral battle because they're trying to basically get away with doing something illegal. So yeah, we don't want no part of that shit. You better not be out there. You're fighting to do something illegal. You're not supposed to just walk into countries without going through the proper channels. And then they keep trying to compare that to our civil rights struggles. No, no, no. Our struggles were about the Constitution, the laws being applied to protect us equally. As citizens, we had a very righteous struggle. You got people coming in here, we don't know what the hell their background is. They were criminals back over there, and they're trying to illegally come across the border. And we don't have to step up for that. No, that's not nothing that we need to fight for. So, yeah, we have to sit back and just let people shoot themselves in the foot. We don't have to do anything. They're making mistakes. Let them relish in their own mistakes. See, people want us to come save them from their own mistakes. Many of them literally voted for the person who's doing this to them. They literally voted for it, and knowing that it was going to happen, but they did it anyway. They thought, well, some of that energy is going to hit us. And they probably thought if it went down, the foundation of Black Americans, they'll jump out there and take the brunt of the bruises for us. So, yeah, Trump, we're going to vote for Trump. Yeah, and if there's going to be some protests, those trusty Negroes, they'll be out there fight. Those are our little guard dogs. They'll be out there for us. And we ain't doing that. Oh, it didn't work out like that. We are sitting our asses down eating barbecue. We're chilling. And now the same people running around here with MAGA hats out here crying because their cousin is up in an ICE detention center. And they're looking at us now. Don't look at us. Go look at them. Don't look over here at us. Do not look at us. Yeah? Lord, we are chilling. We ain't got to do nothing. We don't have to do a damn thing. Let's get John Alston in the building. John, hop on in. And y'all give me a retweet. Y'all retweet. Let me know. Let everybody know we're live. Give me a retweet. John, what's happening, brother? Mr. John, where you at? All right, John ain't saying nothing. Let me go.
Yeah, what's happening? What's happening? Can you hear me, Flex?
I can hear you,
What's
bro.
going on?
I can hear you. What's going on, fam?
Hey, man, how you doing, man? I'm a long-time listener, man. My nephew turned me on to you back in the day. You might know who he is. He did the documentary Murder, Inc. for BET. He directed that.
Oh, what's his name?
So, Michael Payton.
Okay, I think I know Michael. Okay, but go ahead. What's on your mind?
And I'm checking this out. I work at a job. I got a lot of Latino people there, right? And it's a trip because they want us to fight for their lifestyle. You want to come over here for like giant screen TVs and a lifestyle. We fighting for our life.
Yeah.
Y'all fighting for luxuries.
Mm.
And that's the difference, man. I mean, and then they want to put this, we work hard and we the hardest way. But you can't beat us. We got the record for working hard.
Yep.
We hold a record. We did it for free. Now, until you beat that record, don't come talk to us. We ain't got time for all that.
Exactly.
So, I'm from Oakland, and you look at Oakland, man. You look what happened to Oakland. Oakland looked like a third world country, man.
Mm.
It looked like beyond Thunderdome with all these people out here, man. We wasn't allowed to do that stuff. We can't sell tacos and stuff in front of our house. We couldn't do that. They shut us down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
You understand?
Oh yeah, they do the same. Thank you, brother. Same thing out here in L.A. Man, I used to go down Crenshaw. The brothers be out there with the barbecue grills, and they done got them brothers up out of there, man. And there's taco stands and fruit stands all over the place. And I'm like, how are these folks coming across the border? I know they ain't got no money for all the permits they make us come up with. I know they don't have it. So yeah, there's some nepotism going on there. What's your Africa Reese?
Africa Rise, nigga.
Oh, there you go. Africa Rise.
25.
Yes,
Get it right.
yes.
Okay, so my question is, what is the overall ideology of FBA? Like, what is the meaning of it?
Why? What? Yeah, you're Nigerian, right?
No, I'm from Ghana.
Ghana. What's the ideology of Ghana?
It's not really an ideology. It's a place that we live and a place that we come from.
Right. Same foundation of Black American.
Okay, but why do you have to constantly call people tethers? I think that it's a good thing to delineate
Right.
in a sense, but I do think it's dangerous for people on the internet to think that coming outside calling people tethers, it's not. It might not
Calling
be conducive
have no-
with the health,
calling you a tether don't change the lineage, though. That how does that change the lineage? Our li-
because I just think that people getting used to using that word might come outside, and it might be a different story if they say that to somebody that's not FBA, if they say that in their face. It might be cool on the internet. And I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm
brother,
talking about your
bro-
audience.
brother. Let me say this, and I'm not a spokesperson for foundation. It's 43 million foundation of Black Americans. So
Right.
ain't no FBA scared of you. None of you. Oh, I
I
doubt
don't want anybody to be scared
it.
of me. I'm
Nobody's.
not threatening. I'm
They,
not saying
it,
I just think it's inflammatory.
bruh, they would slap the flies off you. You're not scaring nobody. You're not going to be the African tough guy. You're not scaring nobody. No FBAs are afraid to say anything to you. Okay, let's be clear on that. All right. Now, you might throw your arms up and that must rise up on niggas, and you might use your must as pepper spray. But other than that, nobody's afraid of anything you're going to do. So let's just get that clear. Now, why do you have a problem with our lineage? Why do you have a problem with our lineage? Because the only people who are called tethers are folks who have a problem with our lineage.
I have absolutely no problem with the lineage. I think that y'all are the watered down versions of us. So how
Oh,
could I feel that? Why would I have a problem with your lineage?
uh, oh, watered down. Well, watered mean bathing regularly. So you mean that we bathe regularly? What have you
I just
done?
I
Oh,
feel like we are
oh,
the ancestors. We are closer to the ancestors in a
how
sense
so?
because
How?
because you guys come from our continent, and then you fled to America, or you were brought to America, excuse me, and we're the same versions of you, but you just have more mixed blood with Europeans and different type of,
Then,
you know,
then
different blood.
name your globally recognized icons from Ghana.
There doesn't need to be. We don't have the same type of. We don't have the same. We don't have the same type of market. We don't have the same type of global market as the United States of America. You guys have Hollywood. You guys have access to more marketing dollars and funds and things of that nature. So
No, we,
a person
no,
from Ghana can have the same type of talent as a person from the FBA culture.
no, no.
But because of the fact that they're not put on the same type of global scale.
No, no. Hold on, let me get my brother Dan in here. We're gonna take our time with you tonight. Africa Rise, and the only thing rising is that must. Brother Dan, who's in the new movie HC6, by the way. Dan is cooking. Brother Dan, this brother said, Dan, unmute your microphone if you can, sir.
Yeah, I hear you. I heard him.
Oh yeah, he a watered down version of them.
That was crazy.
Uh,
I got a question for you. You say you're from Ghana, right?
Correct.
Are you from Nigeria?
How could I be from Nigeria if I'm from Ghana?
Interesting point. I'm glad you said that. What's the difference between you and a Nigerian?
What's the difference between you and a Nigerian? You look awfully
No, I'm
Nigerian in your
asking you. No, I'm
profile
asking you.
picture
What's no? I'm
with your
saying
bright
I'm
ass
not.
yellow shirt. You look like a
Thank you, thank
Nigerian.
you. All right. Let's play this game. Right. The point I'm making is there is a fundamental difference between you and a Nigerian, and neither one of you Negroes left the continent, and we've been off the continent for 400 years. By your word, we're not the same. Correct?
You said
Hello.
you said it. Are you guys the same? Are we the same? Am I the same as a person from Nigeria?
No, I'm asking you what's the difference between you and a Nigerian, and you said that you guys are different. Correct?
There's slight differences. It might be the same difference between a person from the Bronx and from Brooklyn.
Okay, gotcha. But you would agree that there's a difference there, correct?
Slight differences, just cultural
No, I agree. I
differences.
agree. You look at the Bronx and Brooklyn. You said there's a difference between those guys. Cool. That's 100% true.
Why is your
But
shirt so bright?
I would argue because it's a color called yellow.
It looks like you
Yeah,
got
do,
pissed
do they
on. It
not
looks
have
like you had
colors in
a
your
white tee
homeland?
and you got pissed on.
Oh, okay.
It's terrible. Take it off. It doesn't contrast your face properly. You should wear more
Thank you.
earth tones.
Thank you for the fashion advice, Mr. Frown Emoji. But the point is, y'all love to tell us, right, that we're the same. But then when you ask you about your neighbor in the same
Are you the
continent,
guy that
you
was
are
called
quick to say
Kanye? Why'd you
that you
change your
guys
name from
are
Kanye? I've
different.
been listening for
And I
quite some
think that's
time.
crazy though. But make no mistake, family, right? This is what they do. When they don't have any argument, they try out this terrible ass idea of
Oh,
trolling. But long
oh,
story short, we are different from you guys, right?
Why
We are
did you
not the
call?
same. And that's fine. That's
Why
cool.
did
You
you
should
used to
accept
call
it, right?
yourself
Because
Kanye?
the
Why'd you
minute you
change your
guys do
name?
anything that you consider noteworthy, the first thing you do is highlight whatever country you came from. And we're just saying we simply agree with y'all from now on.
Why are
So
you
appreciate
ashamed
that,
of your
Flakes, man.
FBA
Y'all
brother
shout out
Kanye?
to Hidden Color 6 on the way. I don't know what's wrong with this
Shout out to
frowny
Hidden
emoji.
Color Six.
Get
It's
you
a
a
beautiful thing. But
smile
why
emoji
why
next
why
time,
did
young
you
fella.
change your name from
hey,
Kanye?
okay,
Why
okay.
did you
Hey,
change your
hey,
name from
Africa,
Kanye?
stop trolling, because now you're looking weak. Now you gonna understand on what you said. You got to stand and stop this weak trolling because you're trying to wiggle your way out. We're gonna give you this
No,
work. Let's don't do that.
I'm not trying to wiggle my way
Don't
out.
don't wiggle your way out with that lame trolling. I want to know how are we a watered down version of you when you're sitting over well, you're over here now. You're not even over there. Your ass is over here. So you left to come over here with us.
Facts.
So how are we watered down and your ass is over here stinking up the United States?
My
Hmm?
skin is more melanated. My hair is more coiled. My bones are stronger. The food that we eat, my cultural food is less GMO. We have a closer connection to our roots, and you guys, you know how it is.
What
You know the
roots?
vibes.
What roots? What connection you have to your roots? No, you don't. No, you don't have a connection to your roots. Most of you don't
Listen,
have birth certificates. What roots do you have a connection to?
I love FBA culture, but
Oh,
everything that you
what
guys
roots
do is a
do you have?
watered down version of what you learned from
No,
us.
no,
When you
no,
tap in,
no. What roots do you know? Let's see, family. The Tethers like to play this game. You better call them out on that. What roots do you have a connection to? Most of y'all don't even know your great grandparents. You don't even know what day you were born. You don't have birth certificates. I bet your birthday is January 1st. And your
no,
ass is over here. What roots do you have a connection to, sir?
July 7th, 1987.
Oh, you're July 1st, 1950, and you're running around here telling people you're 15 years old. Y'all be old as hell telling people you're young and you're over here. What was your homeland called before the British colonized you? What was it called?
I don't know.
There you go. So you don't have no connections to no damn roots, sir.
Okay, let me ask you a
Just
question.
you were an abused refugee. You have no connections to nothing. Let me get my brother McCall in here. I better get these tethers straight with this bullshit.
Quick
Brother
question. Why
McCall,
why do everybody
why,
go to the
why,
African continent to
why,
get the
brother McCall?
best of everything, the
Oh,
best
don't
minerals, the best diamonds, the best gold?
that you have no access to. I don't want to hear about those diamonds and minerals that the Asians are over there digging up. Are
But
you
but
bragging?
but
You
if
brag
you think
about
about it, if
you brag,
Africa has the best,
no, you bragging about something you ain't got access to that's right under your feet that the whites, Asians, and Arabs got access to and you don't. Don't tell me about no diamonds and gold and minerals under the ground and you wiping your ass with shea butter leaves. I don't want to hear that. You ain't got no access to them on your own homeland. Brother McCall, are you in here, sir?
And our women have fatter asses.
Dude,
I'm thinking so. Great Minister of Code, how art
Oh
thou?
God, this guy.
do my best with
Mm-hmm.
Brother McCall.
It is I. How?
Brother McCall, you there? Hopefully there's not a double mute there. Brother McCall, you
That
there?
was the ancestors. The ancestors cut his mic off.
No, that was the antenna forehead of yours. Your forehead is like an antenna and it blocked the 5G signals. So you
I'm
can't.
not from East Africa. I'm from
Yep.
West Africa. Get your
Brother
geography right.
Tariq, I'm here.
I hear you. Yes, sir.
May I speak to this man,
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
please?
Go ahead.
Mr. African is whatever your name is. How are you, sir?
Peace, peace. Everything is blessed.
Excellent. How's your family doing? Everybody good?
Blessed.
Great, great. Why can't you be more like the Ethiopians, sir?
I love the
Why can't
Ethiopians.
you? Yeah, I think the Ethiopians are better than you. I think they have better culture.
But
I
are you
think they're
from
more well mannered.
where are you from?
I think they're, I'm Black American, sir. I think they have better manners,
Okay,
better food.
okay,
They're more attractive.
okay,
They have a longer culture.
okay.
They are unquestionably the descendants of those who we call ancient Egyptians. I think they're better than you and they're different from you. Would you agree?
I think I wouldn't agree, but I have no issue with Ethiopians. I don't know why you're making this an
Okay.
Ethiopian thing.
Because I think they're superior
That's fine.
to you and your
You
people.
could believe that. That's fine. But if you're a Black
Okay, I know
American, the
that
chances are you're
because
more of
I
a
know they're
descendant of our
superior.
people. If you're a Black
Because I know,
American, more
no,
than
no, no, no.
likely you're closer
Because I
to my
know they
people than
are
you are
more
to
superior.
Ethiopians. Are you
They
Ethiopian?
are more superior than
That's fine.
Ghana.
That's
Why is
fine.
that?
Are you
Why is
Ethiopian?
that?
Are you Ethiopian?
Why is that?
Are you
Why is that, sir?
Ethiopian? Because if you're not
Why,
Ethiopian,
why are the Ethiopians different
why are
than
you
people
glazing
from
the
Ghana?
Ethiopians if you're not
I asked you
Ethiopian?
a question. Why are the people from Ethiopia different than the people from Ghana?
Because they're from a
And
different,
better.
I don't know if they're better, they're from a different part of the continent.
They are better. I
Okay, that's
know
fine.
they're
I
better.
love the
Brother
Ethiopians. You're not
Tariq,
going to
Yeah.
get me to say anything negative
thank
about
you, dear brother, for the
Ethiopians.
opportunity to speak to this man.
Thank you so
I'll end.
Thank you so much.
I don't know what his argument was. What did he want me to say something negative about Ethiopians?
I mean, that was a conversation between you should have asked him that. That was a conversation between you two. I'm just trying to really learn how we'll watered down version of you. You haven't proven that. You haven't shown anything that is equal to our cultural icon status. And you said it was what
The
how
only reason why Black Americans have cultural icon status over us in West Africa is because of the global stage that that Americans are put on. If we had the same opportunities, we would excel in the same ways, just like the Kembe Mutombo and guys like that.
no
We have several West African athletes, entertainers, and politicians, and you know everything. We just
people.
don't have the same marketing. We
No,
don't have the same cameras on us.
no, you're trying to give props to white people. You're like, well, the white
No, not
no,
at all.
no, by saying Hollywood and all that, what you're trying to say is, well, white people elevated you. That's what you're trying to say, right? That's what Hollywood is. Hollywood is run by white people. So you're trying to say that we have icon status because the white people elevated us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
No, I'm not trying to say that. I'm saying that you have bigger cameras on you. You have more of a global stage. You have more of a global platform than
Why
we do
why the cameras on us?
because of the wealth in America. And America is one of their main resources is entertainment.
Uh,
It's not because they're better entertainers or better, you know,
sir, there
athletes.
no, but no. There are cameras on you. There always been cameras on you.
What is this African hate? I don't understand it. This was never
Eight, you're the one said we're a watered down version of you, and you're talking about this because the cameras are on us. There were cameras on you, sir. We remember those cameras from the Feed the Children commercials back in the day. The Sally Struthers commercial, there were cameras on you too. It ain't about the cameras. We saw cameras on you every night.
Okay, so when did this? When
Oh,
did this?
no, no, come on, no, no, no. Y'all had cameras on you all the time. So yeah, there were just certain things that were shown on camera when we were on camera. And we got things popping with word of mouth. We got things popping. It wasn't Hollywood elevating us. Malcolm X became an icon globally. That
What
wasn't
do you think Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and
hold
all of these guys?
hold talking. Hollywood didn't elevate no Malcolm X. They tried to demonize Malcolm X. You talking about Hollywood, you're talking about media who demonized us. Malcolm X was demonized by Hollywood and the media. Dr. King, they started to demonize him. Paul Robeson, they would demonize him, calling him a communist, but yet we still resonated globally with people, sir. We still became icons in spite of the Hollywood system demonizing us. Muhammad Ali was
All of these guys that
demonized.
you're mentioning, Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, none of these guys would approve of this African hate. I just don't see them ever approving of it.
Projection. The only person who hates Africa is you. You're the one
I
who
hate Africa.
you fled.
I'm, I love Africa.
No,
I'm here. I'm here the
sir.
same way
Loved
Earthlings go
it.
to
If
Mars.
you loved it, you wouldn't have fled from it. You're the only person who hates Africa. Nobody hates Africa more than a fleeing tether. We don't have. We're indifferent. We're indifferent to it, sir.
And why do you constantly use?
Well, say that again, sir. Your big forehead messed up the reception, sir. Go ahead. And are you
Okay, you keep muting me.
right?
But why would I have a big forehead? Okay, you're confusing your geography now.
I'm
I'm
not.
from West Africa. I'm not from East Africa.
You know,
And shout out to the
I
East
didn't
African people. They're beautiful people. But my question is,
seen them
do
water.
you?
I didn't seen them waterheads over there in your neck of the woods too. So you're not gonna put all that over there in East Africa. I didn't seen some of them big old cantaloupe peppercorn ass heads over from your village too. That's what I'm saying. So
When you say peppercorn heads, what do you mean? You talking about their head texture?
right, right, right. So you,
When did you start hating yourself, black man? When did you start hating your African features?
sir, I'm a foundational Black American, sir. I don't hate anything about
We have the same peppercorn head, don't we?
I do not have peppercorn hair. I have a fade. My shit is fly. I have foundational Black American fade, sir. I do not have dry peppercorn edges with a receding hairline at the age of 15. That's you, sir. Now, what are you asking me about tether? Because tether doesn't mean immigrant. Tether means a person who tries to undermine us. That's an actionable word. It means a person who's doing something derogatory or negative to foundational Black Americans. And if you do that, we are going to label you what you are, and we're not going to let you undermine us, right?
Why do you have Terminator glasses on in your profile
Okay,
picture?
okay, you're just saying stuff, sir.
No, I want to know why.
This,
Why do you? When did this happen?
this,
Black Americans and Africans always had a camaraderie. I don't know why there's this
if
divide.
you don't have a camaraderie with Africans over there, y'all bop each other upside the damn head. There was just 100 folks shot over there in Nigeria today, like 100 people on some Christian Muslim beef. What are you talking about? Y'all
When did you start hating
don't
yourself,
have a
black?
camaraderie over there now. You don't have a camaraderie there now. How would you have a camaraderie with us?
When
Huh?
did you start? When did you start hating
With
yourself, black man?
camaraderie.
When did y'all start
With
hating yourselves?
camaraderie, sir. When was this camaraderie? See, y'all like to get up here tether lying. When was this camaraderie?
This camaraderie was when Michael Jackson and all of them sang "We Are the World." This camaraderie was Bob Marley saying "Africa
Sided.
Unite."
Right, right. One sided. Us helping you. Yeah. Us carrying the load for you. Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie and Quincy Jones made We Are the World, the top entertainers in the world at the time, and they donated their services and their talent to help feed Africa. And y'all never even helped us get dual citizenship nowhere without a fast track. Y'all, there has never been a reciprocal energy coming from you guys. Why is that?
when did this hatred start? There used to be black pride. There used to be a love for black people used to love going to Africa and representing the same things that we represented. There was a cultural, you know,
Projecting.
pride there.
You're
It-
pro-
when did this happen?
you're projecting,
I
sir.
love Africa. We
No,
we
you
love America. We
don't
love America where we are. We love Tupac. We love
hate for your own nation onto us. We're indifferent. We don't have the energy to hate Africa. We don't. But we're not going to let tethers come over here and do what you do, bring your self-hate and your tribalism, and then undermine us. We're not going to accept your garbage. We're not going to accept your filth no more. Y'all come over here and you delineate from us every chance you get while you exploit us. We're not doing that no more, sir. Are you upset now that you have to hold your own nuts? Huh?
you
Well,
got me muted.
right.
Um,
Yeah, let me hold on. Let me get seated.
I've been holding my own nuts.
Yeah, you've been holding your own.
We've been holding our
Big
own
Killer,
nuts. Pause.
Killer, hop on in.
How you doing, Tariq? I need a word with this dude. You come from a continent of about 1.5 billion, correct? And you really saying that we got, oh, y'all got the platform. Y'all ain't made your own platform?
It was never a
You have to make
priority.
your own platform.
It was never
What's Africa's excuse?
it was never a priority, brother. You sound terrible speaking about
What's
Africa
your
in that
excuse
way.
though? What's your
Why,
excuse?
when did this happen? Why would you get on here and say what is when did this happen? This is what I'm talking about. This was never
Because you're coming to the people that you sold, the most downtrodden people in the world that you sold,
Mm.
I didn't say you.
and you're trying to tell us like some bullshit that you're projecting your bullshit onto us, man.
Entertainment
We don't hate Africa.
entertainment was
You
never a
hate
top
yourself.
priority. I don't hate
We
myself.
made a way out of no way.
I'm
See, let
proud
me
of
tell you
y'all. Y'all
something
are
about
like
foundational black Americans.
y'all are like my little
The reason
nephews.
why, let's shut up for a second.
Y'all my son doulas.
Shut the fuck up for a minute.
Oh, he getting mad.
The reason
Look at him
why
cursing.
foundational black Americans like Malcolm
His
X
kids
was
listening
able to have a
constantly.
voice is because black Americans came together and we made our own newspaper. We made our own media called the Muhammad Speaks.
Do
Mm.
you
We
think
made our own media. We made it pop off for
do you
ourselves.
think the
Africa ain't
NOI would
doing nothing
approve of
like
that?
that.
Do you think the NOI and all of these guys are just speaking about what the newspapers would approve of African, hate that you're spewing?
That's
I didn't say anything
Nope.
hateful. What did we say hateful about Africa?
Come on, man. You do it every night. You guys
Sir,
you make fun of our features.
it's not it's not a lie
You make fun of
that you
our black
musty. It's
features. You
not a
make fun
lie
of our
that your beaches
melanated.
look like sewage systems. It's not a lie. Nothing that we're saying that's lie. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Did you
It's
make
a
the
lot of
American
ugly, and
sewage
none of it's a
systems?
lie.
Did you make the American sewage systems?
Actually, we had a lot to do with that, actually. Especially here in Los Angeles where I live. And my grandfather actually built most of the sewage system here.
Their
If you
grandfather,
want to get
their
technical and real, yeah, we
grandfather
did.
built
We
the
built
sewage
all of this
systems.
shit.
Okay.
Yes, contracting for the city of Los
So why
Angeles.
don't you?
Damn
So
right.
why don't you
Yes.
guys come and help
In the
Africa? Why don't you guys?
1940s.
Why
Yes.
don't you guys come and help the people in Africa build sewage
We
systems
did it enough. What the we
clowning
fed Africa. Michael Jackson gave you guys
instead
millions.
of making
We my
jokes?
my my family, we've donated 50 cents a week to Africans growing up.
Where's
We did
50?
everything I can. We've sent Africans, my family alone, my parents sent 4 African children to college.
For 50 cents a week, you sent African children to
For
college.
more than that. But I'm just saying there was shit like that. Yeah, our money compared to yours back then. Come
Okay,
on
well
now.
keep the love then. Keep the love for Africa.
We've always had it. You don't have the
Don't.
love. You have hatred
There's
and
no
content.
hatred.
You're getting on here trying to say that foundational black Americans hate you. Nothing came,
Is
you
that
didn't have no
hatred? If
hatred
I'm
come from
saying,
us
if I'm
this whole
saying,
session.
if I
You're projecting your
listen,
bullshit, man.
if I'm
Go on
saying,
somewhere and eat on some foo and some
see what I'm
magusi or whatever
saying?
you got,
See,
man. And put some shea butter
see
on.
what I'm saying?
Because you musty.
See what I'm saying?
All right,
Exactly,
Tariq.
thank you.
exactly. That was very xenophobic. I'm musty and I need to put shea butter on. See what I'm saying? When did that happen? The NOI, the these guys would never approve of this type of rhetoric. You think Malcolm X would get on here and tell me to put on some shea butter?
Yeah, he probably would.
Okay, I doubt that.
No, I don't doubt that, sir. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, sir. You got a lot of nerve as a Ghanaian, as you claim, as a Ghanaian, to wag your finger to foundational black Americans talking about why we hate you, and we haven't said anything hateful.
That's not hateful.
You got a lot of
Telling me
nerve.
to go eat fufu and,
Yeah,
and all of these things. That's
you
not
got a lot
hateful.
to tell us that we should be helping you, and how come we don't do? We've done so much for Africa, all of the freedom movements, the revolutionary movements, the independent movements. We've been there helping to kick it off. We've
We
been
gave
there.
you guys. We planted the seeds for your culture.
What seeds were those?
Hip hop,
Hip
rhythmic dancing,
hip who?
hip hop.
What did we get from you as far as
Where do
hip
you
hop?
think you learn how to play drums?
Yeah, hip hop is more than just drums.
What else is it? Breakdancing and
That's-
graffiti. Where do
Oh,
you
so
think you guys learn how to dance?
okay. Well, so how come y'all don't do it like us then?
Because it was a culture that you guys sparked, but we planted the seeds of it.
Okay, if you planted the seeds, then you would have a better version. Where's the Ghanaian Nas?
I mean, I love hip hop. It's just not something that we listen. Have you ever
Where's
heard of
the
the Maslow's Maslow's hierarchy of needs?
who?
Listen, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right?
Who the hell is
Okay.
that? What
Okay,
is that?
Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's like a pyramid of basically when you get over your survival instincts, then you can move on to different things like culture and
No,
art
no,
and different
traveling.
things of that nature.
Okay, if we got hip hop from you. Where are the versions of Kendrick Lamar over there? Where's your Kendrick Lamar?
We don't have time to become Kendrick Lamar's
But
because
damn it,
we're
you
trying our best to survive. But I'm saying, where do you think guys learn rhythm? Where do you think you guys learn?
if we can't learn it from you and you ain't got nothing to show where we got it from, sir, you got a lot of nerve to say that we owe you something and we hate you, yet y'all got the damn Elmina Castle over there where y'all were selling some of us, sir. From that Elmina Castle that y'all take pride in. Do we really want to go there?
I mean, I just don't understand the hate. I don't understand the hatred.
Was that love?
Because
That
listen, if there
Elmina
were different tribes
love?
that sold you,
No. Was
well, how
that
do you know
Elmina?
my tribe is the one
Oh,
that
no,
sold
no.
you?
Yeah, you don't understand the hate. What was it hate when y'all had that Elmina Castle over there selling us off? What was that? Is that where it started? Huh?
How do you know that was my tribe?
Don't matter.
It does matter. I didn't sell you.
Your tribe didn't go over there and stop it, did they?
How could we? Come on, man. Like,
What?
come on, man.
Huh?
Just give us our props for the things that you got from us. We give you
Your props for the Elmina
our
Castle
things that
over
we
there
got
where y'all
from y'all.
where y'all selling
I don't know anything. I can't tell you about Elmina
I bet
Castle.
you can't. You can tell us about all this hip hop that you created, but you can't tell us about that damn slave dungeon that y'all helped create over there. You can't tell us about that. Where we
Where do you
where we
guys? Where did you
hop there
guys get your
learn hip hop
spirituality?
in the slave dungeon that y'all built in Ghana? Huh?
I can't tell you
Right.
about
Let me
that.
get Brother Marcel in here.
Hey Tariq, how are
I'm
you?
good, brother. How are you?
I'm doing good. Africa Rise. You contradicted yourself. You said that we are watered down versions of you.
Mm-hmm.
However, you're coming to us asking us to build a sewer system for
Mm.
you.
No,
You're
I only
coming
mentioned
to
that because the
us.
guy. I
You're
only
coming
said
to
that because the
us
brother.
for your survival. So how are we watered down versions of y'all, and yet here you are begging us for help? I land there, Tariq. Take care.
I didn't beg for help. The guy said something to the effect of, "Why don't we have a sewage system?" I said, "Okay, well, why don't you come build the sewage system since you want to make fun of our sewerage and things of that nature on the internet? Why don't you come build a sewage system? I'm not begging for help. I don't even live in
Yeah, you
Ghana.
live here. You fled. So yeah, we already gave you your help. So where's the you should be thankful.
I didn't flee. I
No,
migrated.
that's fleeing, sir. That's a
That's not
yes, it is,
fleeing.
sir. That's a cute way of saying fleeing. You fled.
Don't you travel? Don't you guys travel
Yeah,
to
but
different regions of the
I,
world?
I just traveled to New York, and guess what I did? Brought my ass back home. Yeah,
Okay, that's the perfect
is that
example. You went to New York, the same place where you love calling people tethers and you love making fun of African and Caribbean
no, I don't.
people. Then you
I,
went then you went to
because
New York.
when I go to New York and when I was just in New York, Africans and Caribbeans were showing me nothing but love. They were showing me nothing but love and respect. I get love and respect from Africans, Caribbeans, and even Latinos. Show me respect. I respect those who respect us and respect my lineage. Tethers like you will get the business. So you're not the same. Let me get my sister Brooke in here. Brooke.
Of course, they showed you love. We're not hateful people.
Hello.
But I'm saying you were the one that you get on you get on here and clown us, and then come to New York, and you know,
And
It's a couple.
yeah,
walking all around nothing but
exactly. Nobody wants to do anything to you. I'm just saying, but it's the fact that you these are the same people that you be clowning.
no, it's not. I clown tethers. I don't clown respectful people from the Caribbean and Africa. I respect people
So when
like
you
me.
see
You
when you
that
see
though.
when you
You're
see
not
when you see do we walk around with
because you're trying to cloak yourself behind Caribbeans and Africans and immigrants as a group. We don't have a problem with none of them. We only have a problem with disrespectful, musty, fleeing, peppercorn edges having tethers like yourself who bring their asses over here after we done fought and helped you get here and you're acting disrespectful. Those are the people we have a problem with. We don't have a problem with immigrants as a whole. Let's be very clear. Let me get my sister Brooke in here. Brooke, are you in here, beloved?
that's shit.
Brooke, are you in here, dear? Ah, my sister Brooke, I want to get Brooke in here.
Stop chitlin babbling. That's chitlin chatter.
Yeah, and chitlin is better than bushmeat. Brooke, are you Brooke?
What's healthier?
Yeah, my sister Brooke, something's going on with her mic. She can't get up here. I really wanted her to get up here and cook.
She cook what chitlins,
Chitlins is better than damn monkey.
pig feet.
All right, chitlins is better than monkey paws. See, y'all get mad because y'all roast and your roast fall flat. And then you start talking about you niggas hit us. You're not gonna talk about our food. That's what you're not gonna talk about, nigga. Y'all be over there boiling baby baboons, and you gonna sit up here and talk about some chitlins, nigga. Chitlins is way better than giraffe nuts. All right,
Okay, what about the pigtails and the pig's feet that you guys love?
better. That's better than hyena nipples, nigga. Y'all eating hyena nipple soup, and you ain't gonna say nothing about no damn pig feet or pigtails, nigga. We'll take that over that.
Okay, mix a little GMO with the pig's feet,
Sister Brooke,
and you got yourself a nice FBA
yeah.
meal.
First of all, every culture eats every part of the pig. Okay, Hispanics call it menudo. Every tribe, all every.
Not in my house. I don't know what happened. I can't hear anything.
Okay, looks like my mic is working now. Okay, so you said so many things, right? And one thing I want to point out that something that you guys don't people, and I'm going to say you guys as people who come in criticizing Tariq for the roasting that he does, right?
Hmm.
Why do y'all keep coming back for it? This is his space. He gets on
Because
Twitter. Hold on, let me just finish, honey. He gets on Twitter. He holds these spaces so that we can learn. FBA, we come here. I get on a lot of times. I tell people about what the things that we're doing here, the progress we're making. We use this as a time to self reflect. We talk about issues, everything. It is other people that come on here talking disrespectful to him, and then he's not expected to say anything back. I think that is crazy to me. When people from the diaspora get on and they are respectful to him, he's respectful back. But when people come on here and they start talking crazy, then he's the master of talking crazy. So you can't get mad at him for saying things, disrespectful things to people who are disrespectful to him first. So that's just the first thing I want. Hold on, let me finish because you said so many things. Let me just a minute, okay? The other
yeah,
thing
this
I want
sounds
to
like
say,
chitlin chatter, but
the other thing I
sounds like
want to say,
chitlin chatter. But do your thing.
the other thing I want to say, I didn't hear what you said, so I'm not going to respond to that because I didn't hear you. But the other thing I want to say
I
is that
said it's musty.
you see, I'm being
I
respectful to
said it
you.
sounds like musty chitlin chatter.
You see, I'm being respectful to you, and
Nah, go
you
ahead.
see
I'm
how
just playing with you.
disrespectful you're being.
All right,
Now,
go
if
ahead.
I say
Talk your
something,
talk.
see, this is what I'm saying. I came on here with class grace, and I sat here and I talked to you like a person. But
Am I not a
you see
person?
how disrespectful you're getting? Now, if I come out my face and say something crazy, then you're gonna be like, "How it's diaspora wars and all this kind of stuff." See, I'm gonna maintain my position, and I'm gonna finish what
All
I'm
right.
saying. You are
But I
showing
want to
your
ask you a
true
question
colors,
when you're
and
done.
everyone here is seeing it. So you show your true colors, and I'm gonna continue to show mine. Now I'm gonna
Okay, can I
go on
ask you
with
a
what
question?
no, because I'm still talking. So I
All
wasn't
right.
finished with my point when you disrespected me and interrupted me all at the same time. But I'm going to continue. Now, it's interesting to me, right? I've been listening to one of your Ghanaian scholars. Her name is Miss Purby, Dr. Purby. I believe her name is Perbi.
Mhm.
And, she talks a lot about the Ghanaian slave trade and how much selling of your own people you did, of your family members that you were upset with. If you had a grievance with them, you would sell them into slavery. How, you guys would sell whole towns, whole families, children into slavery. And then one of the things that I learned, not necessarily from her specifically, was that there was rituals done to us to make sure that not only that our souls did not take revenge on you, but so that our souls could not remember how to get home, could not remember where we came from. I also want to point out that when you were selling, you sold a lot of children
I
who had
just don't.
let me,
I just don't
I'm
like the.
still
I don't like being
speaking.
accused of
I'm
selling
still
people. I'm sorry,
speaking.
Miss, but I just have to
Okay,
cut
let
you
me
off.
rephrase that then.
I didn't sell anybody. I don't agree with that, and
Okay,
I
so
didn't
you
sell
weren't
anybody.
alive. When
I don't agree with the slave
Ghanaians,
trade.
so this is from your scholars. This is from uh uh Akosa Adoma Purby, Dr. Akosua Adoma Purby. This is her scholarship. This isn't my scholarship. These aren't things that I'm saying. This is what I study from our Ghanaian scholars. So when Ghanaians were selling their own family members, and they were selling a lot of children who did not have a chance to grow up in the culture, to learn the culture, to know the culture. And then they were sent here or sent different places. A few of them were sent here because a lot of us are native to this land. We were here already. A few of them were sent here. So my point is, you cannot do voodoo on us, or the Ghanaians that sold us. I'll put it that way. Cannot do voodoo on us to make sure that we didn't remember where we came from. To make
That's
sure
deep.
that
I
we
didn't.
did,
I've
to
never
make
heard of any of
sure
that.
that we did not, our souls did not take revenge. And then now in
Mm.
2025, ask for some sort of camaraderie. The Ghanaians that sold us, made sure to sever all ties with us at that time. And now that the ties are severed, they are severed. Now, there was a time when I did not know this information, when I truly thought that there was a camaraderie, when there was a Pan Africanism. But after learning how Ghanaians and other African countries, because the Nigerians as well, but there are more, and Burkina Faso, I can keep going. When after learning this, that you guys that the Ghanaians and other countries sold us to the most evil group of people in the world, and still have no remorse for doing that, that is why we sever all ties. Especially if you don't have any respect. If you had respect for what your ancestors did and respect for what we're trying to do here, then we could accept you.
When did
But
I not
since
have
you
respect?
show no respect,
When did I show no
since
respect?
you show no respect, you can get the on. We don't beg any friends here. That's a popular Caribbean saying. We don't beg friends. That's my favorite
Oh,
saying
so you're
from my
Caribbean.
Caribbean friends.
Are you
I live in
Caribbean?
Brooklyn, honey. I live in Brooklyn, honey.
Okay,
I'm
so
FBA. But
You're
I'm so
FBA, but you live in Brooklyn.
yeah,
But you guys love
yeah.
to call these same Caribbean people that you're quoting. You love to call them tethers. So
Excuse
now
me.
you're
I've
contradicting
already
yourself.
explained it. I've already explained that before. We've explained it to you before.
You
That only
contradicting
the
yourself.
only people
Oh,
who are
hold on. Thank you, bro. Let me, because I'm gonna wrap old boy up.
I wanted to ask her how come black women are out here having BBLs and getting lip
Okay,
injections to further enhance the African features. I'm
and
a little bit confused about that. I wanted to know why black women, FBA women, are running around with white women weaves in their hair. I wanted to get into that, but go ahead,
I know
preach, brother.
somebody from the cake soap capital ain't asking about why somebody doing some white, not with all that cake soap in your village. Y'all running around there looking like bologna meat in the face with black ashy knuckles. I know you're not asking that with them $5 Sally's Beauty Supply wigs and pale faces.
Well, you come from the homeland of the Jerry curl.
Where? LA?
Wherever you from. What happened to
Yeah.
the Jerry curl? I
LA.
know you had a Jerry curl at one point, didn't you? You ain't have your Jerry curl dripping on your white tee?
Yeah, I did have Jerry curls dripping on,
All right.
and you got bushmeat blood dripping on your kente cloth. So that's there's a lot of shit dripping,
Okay, how come you got a
and you
European
got
tuxedo on?
and you got cake soap suds dripping on your flip flops,
And you
and
got
that's the
chitlin
problem.
breath.
Yeah, so that's the problem, sir. You got that damn cake soap all over your goddamn face. Talking about somebody looking white? No, you can't do that
No, I
at all.
said I said why are the black women out here furthering or damaging their African features by
And
getting BBLs
worry about them cake
and
soap.
things of that nature? They
You got
already
to
have fat asses. Why you want a
yeah
BBL? What is
yeah
that all about?
you got to worry about the cake soap in your damn village. Sure, that's what you need to worry about. And also, you said something earlier about Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm and the Nation of Islam. Would they like African hate? No. But do you know Elijah Muhammad's position on Africa? Elijah Muhammad was never, by the way, he was never a Pan Africanist. He never was on some let's all go back to Africa. In fact, you look at some of the stuff in Muhammad speaks. Elijah Muhammad didn't even want the foundation of Black Americans over here within the Nation of Islam. He didn't even want them marrying immigrants. He wanted them to stay in the same lineage here. He was very big on lineage here as a proud foundational Black American he was. Elijah Muhammad was big on American lineage,
Okay, but
Black.
do you think he would condone the whole Africans are tethers and clowning us and saying we need cake soap and making fun of our African features? Do you think that's something that he would co-sign?
Who makes fun of your African features?
You do. You just said I have cake soap and I have
That's
peppercorn hair.
that's an enhancement, and peppercorn is what you allow to have by not cutting your hair.
Okay, why
You
can't my hair just grow naturally from the way the way God made it? Why would your European thinking make you feel like the
not
way that
European,
my hair naturally is would be
yeah,
called peppercorn?
because they made brushes for a reason. You're not supposed to walk around here with your hairline all
Says
janky because
who? That's
you
white,
know
and I say so.
no, you're supposed to groom yourself. You can brush your damn hair.
I'm
God brush-
colonized, and I say so.
brushes too. Yeah, you're supposed to groom yourself. You're not
That's
supposed
I'm
to
colonized, and I say
no
so.
supposed to walk around here eating bushmeat with peppercorn hair, shitting on the streets. It's called modern society. You're supposed to kind of upgrade. If you want to be natural, just be natural in your village. That's fine. You're supposed to put deodorant and shit on over here. We've evolved. You ain't supposed to walk
Says
around with
who?
no, you ain't supposed to walk around with yellow teeth and jaundiced eyes and wax in your ear and peppercorn edges.
Wow.
Must.
Wow.
You're supposed to groom yourself and bathe and wash your ass and wipe and
Look
put
at how
some
my nephew.
put lotion on, sir. It's called modern civilization, sir. Right? Hmm? People evolve. You're not supposed to do the same shit you did 10,000 years ago. Huh?
Wow. Look at
Yeah.
how my son doulas talk to us. Look at how our son doulas talk to us now.
Yeah. You trying to justify,
The little homies.
yeah, little.
Y'all the
why,
little
you,
homies.
why you over here in our shit and we're the little homies? Huh? And you don't even know what your nation was called before white people colonized the shit. You don't even know what it's called, do you? You don't even know. You already told me.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, no.
Americanized, but I'm just saying,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I love
exactly.
black.
Exactly. You're Americanized. Us. You came up under here under us, under the real ones, under the riders. You up under us, foundational Black Americans, sir. Yes, you are talking about we're a watered down version of you, and you sitting up here justifying peppercorn hair must and primitiveness, but we're a watered down version of that. Come on now, you didn't contradict yourself all across the board, sir.
Oh man.
Anyway, I'm through verbally whooping on you, man. I'm done. Let me let you go ahead and fry that last piece of bush meat you got up in there, man. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah. Lord. Yeah, y'all not gonna play that game. Y'all not gonna play that game. No. See, they've been having that kind of little vitriol towards us for the longest. They've been having that little vitriolic mindset towards us ever since they start selling folks over there. That mindset for some of them, that ain't going nowhere. You just got to be very real. That mindset is not going nowhere. If they could sell us somewhere else, they'd do it if we let them.
Microphone check. Microphone check. Microphone check. Microphone check.